So since we appeared in the Times a few weeks ago, we've been running a little mini series about our life over here. And last week we showed you some properties in case you were thinking of living the Greek lifestyle, some affordable properties. This week we're going to be asking you if you fancy living this life too. We're going to be running through some of the good points and the bad points and just taking you on a little walking tour around our villa. So this is our front garden. One of the first things that springs to mind about renovating a place on YouTube is the lovely people.
This is very true. We have been fortunate enough to meet some incredible people via YouTube, online, and also in person now too.
I mean, that obviously comes with a downside. You do get the odd unusual comment pops up every now and again, don't you? That you have to just take a little bit of a deep breath and think, oh, all right, okay. But you know, that's part of the process, right?
Yeah, there's different people and different walks of life everywhere you go, and every now and again someone pops up on YouTube and you have to take a deep breath and probably understand that perhaps they're not in the same mindset or don't have the same forward thinking that you do.
Exactly. Something else is the opportunities that pop up. Obviously, this little mini series came about from us being in the Times. We spoke to a lovely journalist here and featured us in the Times, which was really great for us because we're still relatively a small channel, so that's great. One of the things that you don't see, obviously, though, is the time that people spend creating the videos and doing all of this SEO stuff that you need to do for being on YouTube. It's pretty time consuming, isn't it?
Yes. Chris has created some incredible videos. He has learnt so much in the last year. Neither of us, as we've mentioned before, were sort of social media people before we started. But yes, I do lose him on a Sunday morning regularly, whilst he has a lot of work to do in getting the video ready each week.
Tell you what's a good point about being over here, though, is just picking up new words, picking up a new language. I mean, Greek isn't the easiest language to learn, but learning new words here and there, and I mean, it's nice, isn't it?
It is. It's really nice. It's nice to the Greek people are really kind as well. They see you trying, and there's like patience and encouragement whilst you attempt to speak the language.
I mean, it's one of the things that comes with that, though, is feeling guilty of not being able to communicate properly. We've got a lovely neighbour, Antonis, next door. He tries his very best. He's got, you know, barely any English, but we have barely any Greek, so we communicate somehow. But you do feel quite guilty that you should be trying harder or know more, don't we?
Absolutely. I always feel so bad, and it's like trying to, you know, hand signal and gesture and understand what he means and give something back as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, learning new skills as well. That's a new, like, you know, as well as learning a new language, just picking up these new skills that we have to pick up. I mean, I was okay-ish at plastering when we got this place, but we've just done a load of paving. I mean, there's all kinds of things that we have to learn on the job. It's nice, but it can be stressful.
It can be. It's quite funny. There's new tools appear. The doorbell is going quite regularly with parcels arriving of something to do with the next video that we're making or the next project that's happening in Greece. And I always am a little bit excited to see what's going to pop out of the box next. What are we learning now? It's an adventure.
One of the downsides is you get to turn your little paradise into a building site. It's quite heartbreaking, isn't it? Because when we come over here, we spend the first day or two just getting all the maintenance done, cutting the grass, dealing with all of the dust.
Yeah,
cleaning and up. It looks nice, doesn't it? And then you have to start a project and
make a big mess.
Yeah. One of the things that we've been talking about recently is how we don't actually get to enjoy what the project that we're working on at the time until the next time we visit.
Absolutely, yeah. We work literally up until almost missing our flight before getting on the plane.
We say to each other, oh, well, we'll get to enjoy it next time.
And then we come back and we're like, oh yeah, we've just finished that last time we were here. Oh, it looks really good.
And speaking of which, here is a project that we're just going to sit next to now, the shed. So this is one that we've only just begun to start to enjoy because we haven't actually spent too much time over here since then, have we? One of the things about that is it's quite difficult to reach over here in the winter, isn't it? I mean, you were saying that that's quite, you think it's a plus point because it keeps the soul of the island, right?
Yeah, and one of the things I loved when we first came here was, I don't want to say back in time, but it is a little bit back in time in the nicest possible way, in that everything is that sort of bit slower and it isn't 100 miles an hour and Amazon knocking on the door every 5 minutes, and you know, something for this and something for that. The island like keeps its purity because it doesn't have flights all year round. It doesn't have that. You know, there is one McDonald's on the island, but it's right in the middle of Laguna.
It shuts during the winter,
and it
doesn't
shuts.
it?
And we've been down there before at the what we think is the end of summer, and it's already all closed up. So it isn't, you know, this constant fast food stream, and
it's a nice break from Western life, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a positive for me.
It's so hot here at the moment, and that makes it difficult to grow things. We're surrounded by olive groves here, which is just absolutely stunning. But that comes with problems, as in our fruit trees don't really get as much fruit on them as they could do because
our neighbours' trees are laden with fruit, but that's because they're here and they're able to water them.
Yeah.
We might see 3 oranges appear and disappear again quite quickly.
Yeah.
And I hanker to buy plants and put them in the ground, but I know full well that because we're not here often enough yet, that it will just be a dead heap by the time I'm next back.
Yeah, sacrifice, but you know, one day we'll have an irrigation system put in, hopefully, and we'll be able to have lovely fruit. But for now, just got to make the best of it, right?
Enjoy the plants that live here in these conditions by themselves.
So one of the weird things that you might have never considered if you've not renovated abroad is getting things over here. So we have begun to bring a couple of boxes with us every time that we come to Greece now. We have artificial grass in it, don't we? We have building supplies, we have tools, we have internet, whatever. I mean, we end up with some real unusual boxes, don't we? And when you turn up at the airport with anything other than a couple of suitcases, everyone's like, what's going on?
Yeah, we spend quite a lot of time waiting to be searched, waiting for our boxes to be scanned, waiting to be questioned.
Just something that you don't really think about, isn't it?
No. A very funny story is that Chris once had a drill, and there was a lot of security suddenly arrived around us, and neither of us had really twigged what was going on. And then apparently they thought it was a handgun.
Yeah, it's a funny shape on the X-ray machine.
Scanner,
so I lost the drill then. But anyway, never mind. One of the plus points is, I mean, if you don't lose drills, one of the plus points is you've got everything on hand when you get here. So you can just roll out your artificial grass, set your barbecue up or whatever you've brought, and away you go, because it can be a bit of an issue sourcing some things. I mean, you can get lots of stuff on this island, but it's not always as simple as turning up at a B&Q and grabbing what you need. So it's nice to have what you need when you turn up, isn't it?
Yeah. And the nice thing about having so much here is that you can literally now board the plane with just your backpack and a few essentials, and that's it. Everything else is already here waiting for you.
Absolutely. We'll just take you inside our living room. Somebody mentioned a couple of weeks ago about we don't really show any of the inside of the house, and they're quite right. The reason for that is we haven't really done anything since the last time you saw it.
We're not finished.
We're outdoorsy type people, aren't we? We'll just give you a quick spin around. I mean, this is our living room. It's fully glazed, you know. It's just ducking down. It's fully glazed, so you can see outside into the lovely olive groves opposite. But yeah, we haven't really done much. We bought this sofa that we're sitting on now. It doubles up as a sofa bed, and painted the walls white. I mean, but we showed that a couple of
that's it.
like last year. We haven't really done anything inside. That's the reason. We plan on doing the kitchen hopefully this year. We plan on doing the bathroom hopefully this year. But we're, like I just said, we're outdoorsy people. We're literally outdoors unless we're in here sleeping or cooking.
Yeah, it's pretty much it.
We cook outdoors as well, don't we?
Yeah, the last we've been here for a few days now, and the last few nights we've literally come in at 9:30, had a shower and gone to bed because we're so shattered from working outside in the heat all day.
Yes, one thing we spoke about in a recent video, if you saw it, was about the pace of life, about the Siga approach to life, slowing down, which we really like to try to embrace. I mean, yesterday we had a little nap on the bed, and then we went and had an ice cream, and we just took it real easy, didn't we? We did.
It was a nice, rare opportunity.
It's lovely. The only downside that comes with that is if you're over here for a few days and you're in a rush, and you know, maybe, I mean, it's Sunday now. And nothing's open really. So if you don't time things right, you can end up like not being able to get your suppliers, you know, which is fair enough. We're not saying we want 24-hour B&Qs here, are we?
No.
It's just something that you need to consider if you come over here. You need to really figure out what's going to be open and when, and make sure you're not stressed out on the last
No,
on
because
the last
we've
day.
never done that at all. We've never had that experience. We've learned from experience of thinking ahead a little bit, making sure we've got the supplies we need so that when that Sunday comes, if we're on a flight the next day on Monday morning, we've already managed to do what we needed to do.
The biggest plus point is obviously if you've dreamt of this for a while like we did, it's turning that dream into reality, isn't it? Like there isn't a bigger plus point than actually walking into your place and thinking, well, we did it.
This is it. This is what we chose, and
did
we're
it.
doing it.
It comes with obviously it depends how you are for money, but it's probably going to be some kind of financial restraints or compromises that you got to make, but it's worth it.
We think so, yeah, for sure.
So would you do it? What do you think? Are you thinking about doing it? Let us know in the comments below if you're thinking about coming to Greece, if any of the houses last week were interesting.
Have you done it?
Yeah,
have you bought somewhere?
Yeah. Have you done it? Yeah, get in touch. It'd be great to hear from you all. Next week we're going to be telling you about whether we would do it again or what we would do differently. We've got a fair amount of experience under our belt now, being here and commuting back and forth, and
hindsight is a lovely thing.
Some things that we might have done differently.
Yeah.
So if you feel like if you feel like joining us for that, then it would be great to see you next week. If you want to see some more of the playlist, then you can click around here, and that should link you to the playlist of this little mini series that we're doing at the moment. But for now, thank you very much for watching another episode of Saving Sweet William.
We'll see you next week.
Thanks a lot, guys. Bye. Bye.